Food fans, Dollar Chef here. Good to see you again. Tonight is a budget classic, spaghetti, but just not eat spaghetti. It's going to be chorizo spaghetti. So we're going to spice it up a little bit. Take an old budget recipe and spice it up a bit. The ingredients first, as always. 1.5 cans of spaghetti sauce. Your choice. In this case, we're going 4-cheese Hunt's spaghetti sauce tonight. It's going to be actually 1.5 cans. So, but get 2 cans out and get your other half can will go in a Tupperware here in a second. Count of olives, obviously a buck a piece here, $2. It's $1.50. Can of olives, $1. Farmer John's pork links, chorizo style. You have your options down here as far as the pasta, shells or spaghetti. What I'm doing tonight is I'm going actually shells, but what I wanted to show you also here, we got the shells, we got the spaghetti, and we also got the linguine. This is $1, but these guys go for 33 cents a piece, so you get 3 of these for $1. So the math works out that basically this is cheaper. You can get 3 of these for $1. They're 7 ounces a piece, so that's 21 ounces for $1, whereas you get 16 ounces for $1 here. But at the same time, it's only $1 either way. If you want to go this way, go for it. So that's an option too. Linguine or other spaghetti for $1. Get a 14 ounce or 16 ounce pack. Done. Do it my way. Go a little further. You actually only have to use 2 of these packs. That's 14 ounces, and you did it for 66 cents. So, or the same here. These are the same price. You either get 3 of these or 3 of these for $1. But anyway, that's the pasta. Also, we have up here already cut, chopped up. You've already seen other videos. If you haven't, reference those. Pretty straightforward. Got the mushrooms, the onions, and the jalapenos, which is optional, already chopped up and ready to go. Now everything in that bowl is going to go into the pot, so this is all stuff meant for actually cooking and sauteing basically. So I'm going to call it the stuff for, it's going to be hot. The olives are going to be left cold. And also there's 2 other options you have available. And by the way, this is all this in this pot, in this bowl right here is less than $1. It's like 60 cents roughly. The olives are going to go cold. The other thing optional for you is tomatoes chopped up. If you want tomatoes, just chop them up. I'm talking 30 cents for that. Keep that also cold with the other cold thing, the olives. The other optional thing is the bell peppers. If you want those too, chop them up tonight. I decided to go with mushrooms. So whatever you like, but what matters most is that you separate the cold and the hot. So if you also add bell peppers, put that with chopped up with the cold stuff. I'm sorry, with the hot stuff, and leave the tomatoes with the cold stuff out there uncooked. And that's pretty much it, except for the optional thing. Again, I always bring up optional things too on the side. Doesn't count as far as a meal goes, but you got the Parmesan topping for also $1. But again, doesn't really count. Only thing counts right on this meal is the stuff right here. So 1.5 cans, $1.50, $2.50, $3.50, $4.50, about $5, and we're good. And in the back here, we already have, I've been cooking the pasta for about 10 minutes to kind of get ready for the video. So the pasta is already pretty much almost cooked, and the links, the chorizo links, have been cooking for about 5 or 6 minutes. So that's where we're at back there. That way we walk back there, you guys will know what's going on. And that's pretty much, we're done up here for the front for a while. So you guys come on back and we'll take a look here. Pasta usually takes about 10 minutes to get it cooked. We're pretty much there. So I have it on simmer now just so I can buy some time while we do the video. As long as you stir the pasta probably 3 or 4 times while it's cooking, you're good. Most people know how to make pasta, so that's that. Alright, let's move on to more interesting stuff. On this burner, again, this has been cooking for about 5 minutes, maybe 6. I intentionally left it the way it is right now on purpose because I need another 5 minutes to cook this with you watching. I dumped all the sausage in here all at once. It was still linked together. I left it like this again on purpose. This is the chorizo sauce down here. What I do at this point is this. Before I add the other ingredients into our hot pan. Very simply, with a spoon like this, I've learned that this works out pretty good. Now that the sausage has been slightly browned on both sides, it's no longer meaty and completely limp. Now I can actually break them apart while it's in the pan without squishing it. It breaks properly, and more importantly, what I'm about to do right now is my little trick. I take each sausage piece, each link, and either break it in like the 3 or 4 pieces, using the edge of the pan to do that. Let's do this one in 4 pieces. And notice nothing's flying anywhere, there's nothing getting splashed, no grease. And because it's been cooking for a bit, it stays hard enough when I push against it where it actually just breaks. That's pretty much it. Again, you want to do 3 pieces, 4 pieces, whatever. Do a few of those. Let's go some bigger pieces maybe this time. Let's see how quick this happens. Just come over, boom, boom. Acts kind of like a knife. Also, if you want, I went with 1 package of the 8 links tonight. Kind of in a light mood tonight as far as meat. If you wanted to go 2 packs, go for it. Just add another $1 to the budget. No big deal. Still way under budget of the $10. So, got this sausage broken down to basically little chorizo meatballs. 5-star restaurant quality? Of course not. Pretty good? Yeah, I think so. Cool thing I like about this particular pack of Farmer John's chorizo links is that not only do I get the sausage, the meat I need for the meal, I get also the chorizo sauce that I need, so it's pretty cool. One less product I have to go out and buy. Now, just add all of our ingredients. Don't splash yourself. Remember, the jalapenos are optional. And we're just going to grill and saute this stuff in the chorizo for a while. Now I can turn it back up because I'm actually paying attention to the pot again, the pan again. It wasn't earlier. Alright. Now what you're going to see here is we are going to break for a while, and I'll tell you how long in a second, and we'll come back picking up right where we left off right here. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, we're back. Do some last minute stuff while the sausage finishes. By the way, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. So you should have cooked your stuff about that long so far. So anyway, we're back. Do the last few things to get ready for the sausage. First of all, got your pasta. You have your plastic colander, also $1. Just dump the pasta in. That's the way I do it. Right into the colander. It drains, and you put it right back into the pot. Easy. Done with that. Second, like I said, we're using 1.5. That works out best for for each chorizo spaghetti meal. The full two, a little bit too saucy. Only one, it's kind of dry. So I do take half the first one, save it, just get rid of it. Also, while we're there, these Rubbermaid Tupperware, Tupperware, these are 3 for $1. So these things are great. 33 cents a piece, basically. Come in little 3-packs. Done. The olives ready to go. Not that we're doing anything with them, just opening them. They're just going to go right into the meal at the last second. Again, as always, in other videos, if you want them pre-chopped, if you're finicky about that, just recognize you'll pay more money for less olives in those cans. I like them. I do pick, though, I almost forgot to mention this, I do pick the small olives, that way they're not incredibly huge when you're eating them. So this works out fine for me. They're not chopped up, but hey, they're small. If you get the small ones, mediums are alright. The jumbo ones are kind of big, so hopefully you're not limited to just that when you're shopping. Alright, that's ready. And we're almost ready over there. This is the last can open. Now we'll move back over here for the last part. We'll kind of pay attention to everything back here towards the end. This fire has been on medium the whole time. That's what we're looking at right now. Some parts are slightly browned. Smells pretty good. You guys think at home, huh? Okay. All this for cheap too. Just a little bit of effort. Looks like the timing's just about right. Alright, now what you do is you get all your stuff towards the high end and get your chorizo sauce to the bottom. And you'll see why in a second. Come with me for a second while I grab a spoon because I forgot one. Yeah, let's go back. Cut the fire out. And basically, right now, just add the stuff to the pasta without any sauce yet. And you'll understand why in a second. Then we come back and we finish the job. The job is finished by using what's left of the chorizo sauce, which has a very good flavor to me, and then adding spaghetti sauce, and heating it back up for a bit. Also, at this point, while it's doing this, you can go and put the olives in here. So I usually wait to the very end, but whatever. They're going to be cool enough. You want to keep the olives and the tomatoes cold as possible for the very end. And all we're going to do here is get the chorizo sauce mixed in with the spaghetti sauce. Doesn't take very long. It isn't like you got to get really hot either, because the spaghetti itself and everything in there is already hot. But give it a minute basically. Get at least medium warm. There's always something to do in the kitchen. Just go do it real quick. Get heated up and throw some stuff away. Also, don't, on something like this, you've seen me use on Italian dishes stuff like little extras like the Italian dressing, just a little bit, and garlic and whatever. In this case, actually don't do it, because the whole point of this is chorizo spaghetti. The chorizo has its own flavor. It's the perfect mix, I think, between that little bit of Mexican flavor and the Italian flavor. But if you go with this kind of stuff, again, like a lot of other dishes, no reason to overcomplicate it. Alright. It's already ready to go. That's all you're after right here. That slightly greasy looking mix. That is the chorizo spaghetti sauce. And it is perfectly enough to take care of this pot of pasta. And you can just dump it in. Turn your fire off. Take your spoon and your bigger spoon. Try to make it as even as possible before you serve it. That way it's pretty much fair for everybody. Everybody gets equal amount of meat, olives, onions, whatever. And that, guys, is pretty much it. Dinner served. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching the videos. Like below if you could, and subscribe. And I will, of course, see you guys next time.